Hello everyone, welcome back to my kitchen. Well, last year I took a trip to Italy. I actually got this apron from there, and they have wonderful tasty bread over there. So today I decided to show you an Italian bread recipe. So first of all, you need a pan, and in this pan we're going to warm up 1¼ cup of milk. That's 1¼ cup, and we're going to add 1/3 cup of butter. This is unsalted butter. So now that the milk and the butter is all nicely warmed up, as you can see, we're going to first add 2 eggs into a bowl, and we're going to add 1/2 cup of sugar. And then we're going to whisk that together a little bit, and then we're going to add the warm milk and butter. I'm going to slowly add it to the eggs and the sugar and mix that nicely together. And now we're going to add the yeast, 3 teaspoons of yeast. So there's 1 and 2 and 3. Now we're going to stir that all together for a little bit, and then we're going to just let that sit 10 minutes so that the yeast can work. Now that 10 minutes has gone by, this is what the yeast and the milk and butter looks like. So now that the yeast is activated, we're going to add 4 cups of flour. So I'm going to sift this flour a little bit at a time into the bowl. By the way, I prefer unbleached organic flour. I like to eat healthy. So now I got all the 4 cups of flour in the bowl, and I'm going to mix it with my handy mixer here. So now it's time I need to use my bare hands on the dough and get it into a nice ball. So first I have to get all this off my gadget here. So just grabbing it, turning it around over and over again, and here it's coming into a really nice ball of dough. So the next step is really easy. We just take some clear wrap and cover the bowl nicely and let it sit for at least an hour. So in that time, I have a lot of things to do. So here you can see the dough is twice the size, and that's the way it should be. Before I shape my bread, I'm going to butter my pan here, and then I'm going to decide what shape I'm going to do, if it's going to be like a loaf bread shape or maybe even a braid. I know in Germany especially, you see these sweet breads, and you call it here sweet bread. You see them often in a braid shape. I put flour on my surface here, and I'm going to start shaping my dough. So either I can leave it like this as just a long bread, or I can make a braid. So I haven't quite decided yet. We'll see how well it works here. I'm just going to make it now as long as I can, and see if I can make a braid here. See, yeah, I haven't done this for a very long time, so looks like I've made some kind of long snake here. And yeah, I'm just gonna braid it a little bit like this. I think that'll be okay if you can see what it looks like here. So I'm going to cover it up once again and let it sit until it grows. Could take an hour, could take an hour and a half, but it definitely has to grow before I can put it in the oven. It's been over an hour and now this bread, the sweet bread, the Italian bread here, is ready to be baked in the oven. Now this is optional. I'm going to put an egg wash on top of my bread. You don't have to, but I'm going to. I preheated my oven at 360 and I'm going to put it in the oven for 20 to 25 minutes until it's golden brown. So in 25 minutes my bread is perfectly baked and has a beautiful golden color. But now that the bread has cooled down a bit, I am going to cut a piece for me and my husband, and here you can see how nice and soft the bread is. So honey, do you like the sweet bread?
Yes, very good, honey.
Now you've tried the Italian bread here.
And it's very good.
Our bread is really good. Thank you all for watching and join me in the next one. Bye!